Okay, Neo. Neo was doing, or he is still doing, but for this particular episode is because he's doing a press run for his new album release, which it actually doesn't sound that bad. There's at least 3 tracks on there that I enjoy.
Okay. I was never a fan.
I really enjoyed his first album.
Okay.
The rest of them were just once you know what it was. Once I started seeing him dancing, I had enough.
That was it.
I enjoyed him more when I didn't see him dancing.
Okay, fair enough.
But then just seeing it, like, because he looks like he's counting his steps when he's dancing.
Yeah.
1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6.
He does.
8.
He
Yeah,
does.
it's bad. So then that kind of just turns you off from the music.
Okay.
But phenomenal writer, nonetheless. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He was saying,
What happened?
he was saying that if his wife was cheating on him, he would not want to know. He would rather live in this blissful ignorance where he's able to love and be happy, and his wife is doing what she does, and he doesn't have to know.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
I think on paper that sounds nice.
It does.
I think in theory that's the way to go, right? You wouldn't want to know. But I think that it doesn't happen that way, obviously.
Right. So.
Because maybe it's not impossible. Maybe there are some people that can do that and just completely be the same with their partner, not suspicious at all, hide it 100%. Okay, if that's the case, then I would agree with it, but I don't think that that's common.
So would you want to know if you were being cheated on, or would you rather live in that blissful ignorance?
I don't know.
And continue to be happy. If everything was working out perfectly, and
if it was like for real that I had no clue, I would rather be that way. But I just don't think that that's possible.
See, I think I'd just rather just take the truth and just be heartbroken and keep it moving than to just be in that blissful ignorance. And I guess it's one of those things like you wouldn't know until after, right? And then you find out, you're like, damn, if I didn't know, then, everything was phenomenal. I would have never known if I would have never known.
That's what I always wonder is like, is everything ever really phenomenal, but you had no clue?
Okay, well, maybe not
phenomenal. You know what I mean?
But let's say it wasn't anything. Okay, perfect example. Let's say you're talking about someone that's like him and he goes on tour. So you already know that you're probably not going to see him every single day because he's a busy man. He has this tight schedule. He has to be here,
there would be a lot of opportunity.
Yada, yada. Right. So there are a lot of opportunities. Let's say it happens within that window that he will already be gone. So the time that you were expecting to get from him, you will be getting from him anyway. You're not losing any of that time.
Yeah.
So when he's with you, everything's great. Everything seems like everything's normal. He's not distant. He's not texting. It's just, hey, you have me during this time, and then when I'm out here and you think I'm just working, turns out that I'm not, but you would never know about it.
When you put it like that, then okay, yeah, because if I don't know it, I don't fucking know. And if I'm not suspicious, then what do I care?
Yeah, I don't know. I think my wanting to know has to just do with the pride thing.
Yeah, but I guess if you would never know, then what would it matter?
Of course, if I would never know, then whatever. But I think if I was able to create a scenario where you have a red pill and a blue pill, where this moment forward you will know, this moment forward you will never know, then I would choose the one where I would know and just live that out.
Yeah.
And then obviously, if you take the pill that says this moment you would never know, you deleted that conversation out with taking the pill, and then you just live life, right? Because that would have to be deleted too. Because then you'll have this memory like, why was I trying to wait? What's going on? Where's this other pill?
Right.
I think I want to know. Now, let's say this. Let's say you knew that your homegirl's husband was cheating on her, and she appeared to be happy within a relationship. Everything was fine. Everything was good to go. You telling her was going to be the thing that was going to bring any, speed bumps to the relationship.
Oh, I would never get involved in other people's things.
You would never say it.
Mm-mm.
Ooh.
Nope.
Would you want your
Only because
homegirl
I've
to
seen
tell
that
you?
go bad one too many times.
Do you want to share?
No, but I've seen it go sideways.
Your friends don't listen to this shit.
No, I would, nope. None of my fucking business.
Now, would you expect them to tell you?
Only if they knew that I would end up finding out anyway and finding out that they knew about it somehow.
Gotcha.
Because then I'm going to be pissed. But if it's something that I would never know, and I would never know that they knew. Just because I know, like, once you get involved in people's relationships, and what if that doesn't break them up? Then you look like an asshole. You don't get involved in people's things.
Yeah, you look like an asshole, but you also look like a friend that was trying to protect your friend.
Okay, I guess it would depend.
I'm talking about a homegirl. You are like, you have a stable relationship with this person. It's not like a flimsy person. It's not like this person would think you're doing it,
It's just
no?
that's so delicate. That's so delicate. I don't know.
I would definitely tell. But I think, as I'm saying it, I think that men and women handle things differently.
Yeah.
So the chances of, like, let's say I told my brother or I told one of my homeboys that his woman was cheating on him, the chances of him leaving her is a lot higher than the chances of her leaving him. So I
True.
guess in your seat, it's more of a risk that you might end up losing a friend.
Right.
Because if she does stick with him, more than likely, homie's gonna be like, "Hey, maybe you should, you should separate from her. She's no good.
I have a friend whose husband has had his indiscretions, and she's known about them and forgiven him. So if I was to find out that he was still doing it, I wouldn't. Nope.
Well, that's because you already know what the outcome is going to be.
Right.
But in this hypothetical, it would be they've never had any issues before. This would be the first speed bump that they would.
Yeah, but I think then you're rolling the dice, and I don't know if I'd want to get involved in people's relationships.
And what I'm saying is I'm just kind of trying to shoot you some bail, and maybe any woman out there that might be thinking about the same hypothetical situation.
Yeah.
I think for a woman, that roll of the dice is a riskier game than a guy rolling.
Because a woman would more than likely be more forgiving than a man.
Right. A man would leave out of ego, pride. He might be torn to pieces, but he'll at least be like, "Man, thanks for letting me know, man." And then now we have to deal with his sulking and all that stuff.
So I know a couple, and it's a kind of a similar situation. So the friends originally were the women in this couple friendship. Then the women introduced their significant others, so the men then started hanging out and became friends as well. So one of the women was cheating on her man, and the other couple happened to catch her in the act. They were out and about and saw her with another man. Oh, right. So then the man who saw the cheating, like the other couple, right? He ends up telling the woman's significant other. So the man to the man, right?
Okay.
The woman didn't want to get involved.
But the man and the man that weren't original friends.
Correct. But then they ended up being friends and hanging out, and he was like, I can't know this and not say anything. Like, I can't go have a beer with him, and then I saw his woman hooking up with another man.
No,
Like,
yeah. I'm with it.
So he told him.
Yeah.
And he didn't leave her, and they ended up having to cut all the ties. So they're no longer friends.
I could live with that. It would suck, but I could live with that. And because I'm putting myself in a situation where, yes, I have to enjoy a drink with this dude, talk shit to him, and tell him every now and again, you got a good woman.
Yeah.
Like, man, you got a good woman. It's like, that's weird shit. And knowing that I'm not built like that. I would roll that dice.
Yeah.
And I would want someone to do it for me.
Okay. Well, I guess that explains why he did it. Because even the woman was like, don't get involved in that. And it's her friend. She was like, I wouldn't say anything because I know her. I guess she already knew that she was doing her own thing. And then she's like, okay, if you want to. And then he did. And then all the friendships got cut off.
So I think, and obviously I don't know what I would do in a real situation, but as I'm having time to process this scenario and really think it through, I think that I would follow whatever my woman's saying because they were the original friends.
Right.
So it's kind of up to them. And if anything, I would just quit kicking it with that nigga.
Right.
Like I'll just kind of
So you wouldn't have
keep
to
him,
be,
just keep him at arm's distance. So that way I can at least feel like, okay, I'm not as tight with him.
Yeah.
And so whatever I don't tell him is not on me because.
Yeah. He wasn't originally your friend to begin with anyway. Yeah. That's a sensitive subject.
It is a sensitive subject. But all in all, I think Neo and what he had to say about it was probably the more mature way of thinking about it. Look, I'm happy. What's life?
A little bit unrealistic.
It's unrealistic, but
the fantasy of it, I guess. Yeah.
Life is about being happy. People are going to people.
Yeah.
It's gonna fucking happen. You're not the first person to get cheated on, whatever. But Neo is his opinion on it to me was mature and it was egoless and prideless.
Yeah.
And I'm just not built that way. but that's all right. But
my whole thing would be like, don't make me look fucking stupid. Like, if you're gonna do your thing, do it enough in a way that you never have me looking fucking stupid. Like, that's my thing. Obviously, it would bother me, but more than that, it's just like, don't ever have me looking fucking stupid in front of other people.
Yeah.
That's the worst. Or like other people know something.
Yeah.
And you don't. Ugh. That's bad.
Ugh.
That makes my stomach hurt.
Because when I do find out, and then I find out that you knew and you didn't tell me, then our friendship's done anyway. Like, nigga, what the fuck? You didn't tell? You had me out here looking crazy.
It's just like,
how long did you know?
I know.
And you told me I had a good woman. You told me we look, you know. You said you wish you had a relationship like ours. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So either way it goes, I think you're going to be rolling the dice because what would happen if you were getting cheated on and then you found out that your girl knew the entire time?
Yeah.
And now our relationship is done because you caught me, you know.
Right, on my own.
Right. And she was like, girl, I knew he was doing that shit for about a year and a half.
That would be hard because I could understand why she wouldn't have wanted to get involved. So it would be hard.
But.
It would be hard.
But.
Yeah. But then I'd be like, bitch.
Yeah.
Had me looking fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I know. It's hard.
And then you'd be thinking like, oh shit, they got a whole group chat without me in it talking about what this nigga's doing.
Woo! Well, because I've been in one of those group chats.
So. You see people?
People will people. You said it.
People will people.